Greetings, fellow armchair Imagineers. Poorly fucking placed and poorly dimensional avatar Tiki here.
And Outbound.
And welcome to... What?
I was going to say, with our lovely icon for the round, right? In the
Yeah,
center.
so goddamn it, StreamYard. Like, I just want to point out, just, like, I'm so sick of this happening, dude. I'm so sick of this happening. Like, this is what happens when I try and turn on my webcam on StreamYard. It works on any other app. Works on any other app. Genuinely don't understand it, man. Okay, anyways. So Outbound, apparently the universe does not want you, me, and PerGron in the same room.
Oh, it's okay. PerGron was just accosted by a moose, but things will be back to normal once the stream ends. One of us leaves, PerGron will show up.
Yeah, I mean, we fully intended to have all three judges here, and then at the last minute, PerGron... It was literally like the message that he sent was... like very cryptic. He was like, I'm a few minutes behind. Go on without me, and then it just cuts off.
Yeah, disclosure day happened at the zoo. It's okay.
Anyway. Which is very annoying because I like honestly like I need something from him for the avatar for the next project. So whatever. All right. So we're talking about the very...
I'll get back to you on that after Tiki. Anyway.
Oh. Okay, cool.
Okay, so
we're talking the very suggestively titled Let's Get Wet project from the Armchair Imagineering game. So you want to be an the Sorcerer's Apprentice.
I don't know what that was.
Was that Morty?
No, that was just me wooing. That
sounded like Morty jacking off. Like,
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, Rick.
It's gone off the rails and it's been like 1 minute.
Let's get wet, Rick.
Oh God. Contrary to the title, the actual projects are very PG, which we will not discuss.
Yes. Would you like to explain the prompt, Outbound?
Certainly. So, for this round, the Imagineers were tasked with developing a water park, but with an important twist that they are not allowed to make more than one slide. And hooray, our esteemed title has returned as we're describing the project. Anyway, yeah, so this is pretty interesting because traditionally with a water park, obviously there's a lot of slides, and that's one of the most immediate things that I think people think of when they start to design water parks. But we were more inspired by a more strongly themed and more relaxing experience to create more of that immersive feel. And so we kind of took that twist and we tasked them with creating something a little different. And I think what we got was really interesting. So I'll be happy to talk more about each project.
Definitely. You've never been to Discovery Cove, right?
No, I've not been to Discovery Cove.
Well, have you? Yes.
Okay, you have.
How was that? Very memorable experience. I really liked it a lot.
Yeah.
One of the big highlights was early on in the day when we first got there, the flamingos were just walking on the beach, and this isn't SeaWorld, so you can just walk right up to the flamingos, like there was no barrier. They were just hanging out on the beach. So that was really cool. That was kind of a cool tone starter. The thing that really kind of impressed me about Discovery Cove is how all encompassing it was. Like the whole thing basically felt like one big lazy river, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
That kind of like encircled the whole park. And then, you'd have stuff like sea otter exhibits and snorkeling and stuff like that, is you go through like an aviary at some point, you know. So there were like standalone like attractions and exhibits, but by and large, like the lazy river that encircled everything was kind of like the main draw there. So I thought that was really cool.
That is really cool. I don't think I've ever heard someone go to Discovery Cove and say they don't like it. So it's definitely on my list. Sounds like an amazing experience. And yes, we are definitely emulating that here with these projects.
Outbound, I'm going to tell you a fun story, though, all right? Like, it wasn't fun. It kind of ruined my vacation a little bit and certainly ruined my day there.
Well, great times.
So Discovery Cove ruined my phone, Outbound, and I'll tell you how. Because I was so transfixed by it. I was so like, you know, like, oh my God, I want to see everything and do everything. My grandma was with me and I had my phone on me and I was like, ooh, sea otters. And I fucking put my phone in my pocket and went into the sea otter pool. And I didn't realize I had done it for like a good 5 minutes.
That's terrible.
And then when I realized what I had done, I was like, it totally, like, it definitely ruined the day for sure. Like, no doubt about that. But imagine going a vacation without your phone.
That does suck.
I mean, thankfully I had, like, with my grandma, it's not like I was, like, stranded. Like, we could still call Ubers and stuff like that. But still, like, not having my own camera, not being able to have my own clock. I mean, oh, man, it was awful.
No, that is awful. Oh, my God. A somewhat similar story happened to me. I was in Hawaii when I was younger, and I went in with my phone. And I was on a cruise. I was on a cruise, Tiki. So it was 4 days to get back to California. And I
think we all go in with our phone at some point.
Yep, I think we all do.
All right, so let's speed run through these projects.
Right, okay, yes. So for those that are watching this recording, it's a little bit later, so we just want to kind of be a little efficient with our time here. So why don't we
start? We literally waited a half hour for PerGron to join us, and he just never materialized.
Oh, it's fine. We admittedly, even if PerGron was there at 10 o'clock, we had so many other things to do that it worked out. But yes,
what, you mean like quelling my own like mental health anxiety spiral of the week number 6?
That among other things. Okay, so do we want to start with Amity Island or Friendship Park with a space?
Whoever posted first goes first.
Okay, wait, let me scroll up to see. Okay, Dukas or Dukas, Amity Island.
Okay.
All right. So, I think we all commented on it in our reviews, but of course, this was a bit of a difficult round for both teams. I think that, to be honest, this happens in every game. There's always that one round that shit hits the fan, and it's okay. Because
between people just struggling with the prompt and the timing.
Right, yes. I think a lot of people went on vacation, which is completely understandable because it is summer. In addition, I think that water parks are not everyone's immediate cup of tea. And on top of that, of course, we have that Discovery Cove emphasis that not everyone's been to, or many have not been to. And then, also just maybe, it's round 4. We need to spice things up. But I think so far, Stanza 5 has been a fair bit more successful. And I think everyone is kind of revved up, charged, and ready to go. So I'm excited with what is to come. But speaking of Stanza 4, so of the two teams, honestly, despite the outputs, I think both were almost equally at a bit of a disadvantage. And I think that it was one player in particular on one team who really helped.
Yeah, I noticed that for sure. You got a good point there because I did like a lion's share. Like Amity ended up being like pretty significantly the better project, but that's mostly just because Pi did as much work as he did.
Right. And that's not to discredit the rest of the team as well. But yes, Pi was definitely a bit of a power player this stanza.
But yeah, so really quick, just to go over it, I do think this is a very successful project. I like a lot of things about it. I think it mixes the beach vibe of Amity Island with kind of the more unconventional, like basically like doing Halloween Horror Nights in the form of a water-based, essentially like a scare maze mixed with a lazy river was what this was, what the main draw was here. And I thought that was brilliant. Like I really thought they handled that really well.
I did as well. I thought it was really cool that it's interesting. Both teams with Amity Island is Universal, and with Friendship Park is Disney. And you're taking a SeaWorld type of park and translating it into this new company. And I think they did a great job, both teams, at kind of emulating the company. So Disney, a lot more family friendly. Universal, I love how they were able to bring in some of that Halloween Horror Nights into the experience, while also getting a bit of Discovery Cove in with animal encounters.
Yeah, and I think it makes a lot of sense. I think the actual, like, I don't really think we have too much to say about the actual Amity Island stuff. I think it works really well. I think it it traditionally like kind of like encapsulates what I think it does. It definitely does go a long way towards like, this is what like a water park experience on the level of something like Discovery Cove, where it's not about the slides, it's about the vibes and the atmosphere, and it translates very well here.
Yeah, I think it was
slide is the the shark encounter.
Yes. I actually agreed with you on the because I think Tiki, you mentioned in your review that they could have gone even further, and really, for a lack of better words, it made you feel as if you were at Amity Island. But I could see that. I do think they did a good job for it was worth, and I think that they were very efficient with, of course, given the limitations. This feels like a regular project. If you just showed me it, I wouldn't know all of the difficulties behind the scenes. But also, I do like the individual, more like exciting elements. If we want to talk about them briefly, Tiki, I have a question for you. I specifically was a little confused with the arrival, like the actual appearance of sharks in the tank along the lazy river. I don't know how you feel about that.
I mean, I honestly, like, as someone who's been to Discovery Cove, it definitely doesn't feel like as far-fetched as you might think. Because with Discovery Cove, basically what they do is they just have like, like little aquariums and stuff. Like, for example, that sea otter exhibit, it's like all it is it's just kind of like, a little alcove attached to the lazy river that you can swim up to, and there's like little windows that look out into the into the sea otter enclosure. So I think it would be something like that, basically where it's where it's you're not actually swimming with the sharks, like they're still So I think that for me that made sense.
Okay. Yeah, sometimes I mean it's just little like nitpicks. It's like not even that big of a deal. But it was funny because in my head I'm just thinking to myself, it's a lazy river, and so like grandma's coming in the lazy river, and like all of a sudden she's like I don't know, like 3 inches of glass apart from the white. It's like, holy shit. This escalated. We were on a lazy river, now we're next to sharks. But no, the way you described it definitely works. And the reason actually I bring it up is just because I think otherwise it was a great effort by the team, and maybe this included, maybe I'm just being nitpicky, of allowing Jaws to be front and center, but also not like in bad taste, or at least not in as bad taste as it could be. Like this theme probably wouldn't work in real life as a water park, but we imagine it would work. This is the best way to do it. I think that they brought the thrills with like the slide, allowing the shark to appear in like screens and things like that to make it seem, thrilling, but also, of course, everyone is perfectly safe, and no one is ridiculously scared because it's super realistic.
I mean, a couple notes there. I would be absolutely fucking frightened by the submechanophobia element of the scare maze, dude. Like, that scare maze is just submechanophobia waiting to happen in a good way, though, in a way that I think would actually be really immersive.
As I understand it, those are animatronics, so that's not really scary. Well, it is, but it's not like you're not going to get people,
What do you think submechanophobia is, dude? It's literally the fear of animatronics and water.
I actually didn't realize that. Submechanic. Oh, I see. Dude, there's too many phobias. I'm sorry. I won't be a boomer.
So no, this would absolutely be a submechanophobia trigger. Like, no doubt about it. Like, not even
that would be yeah. That would be yeah. Yeah. But I thought it was cool. I do wish that there's maybe a little bit more. I said this in my review. I wish there's a little bit more like of an explanation of what's going on in that maze beyond just the concept. Because I think there was a great effort in the write-up to like hype it up. Like there's like two sides.
I do kind of like the idea that it's the boathouse, though. Basically, what I like about this is essentially what you're doing is you're taking the most iconic element from the Jaws ride with the boathouse. Like, that is like the part that everyone says is the scariest part.
Yeah.
And you're making basically a Halloween Horror Nights maze out of it. And I really like that. I think that's actually really inspired.
I like that as well. And yes, I do think that is really cool.
All right. Really quick, just to give a shout out to Fosinator. Now, Outbound, you weren't on when PerGron and I, man, we last time we did a podcast, dude, I think we were a little too candid with our thoughts on players and stuff.
Yeah.
We might return to that in a podcast where we have more time. But suffice to say, though, like, on that note, I do think that Fosinator, like, he really did go a long way towards, he kind of has had a shaky first few rounds of the game. And even though he wasn't really that active for the brainstorming, I think he still got a decent level of redemption here for doing the slide. I think the slide is, first of all, I think it's just very on brand for him. Like, it's very much one of those projects that just feels like a Fosinator project in a good way.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I was happy with that. And then, like I said, I can't praise the actual like Jaws. Like, I really like the Jaws walkthrough. Like, I think I like it a lot more than you do, honestly.
The horror at sea, you mean?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. No, I think I like it. I think you really like it. The difference. But I do think it's a really great concept. My favorite part, well, at least conceptually, I mean, I know this is very simple and probably like immediately obvious, but my favorite part was the pup pond, which was just a space for baby sharks. Not a joke. I like that they didn't make that incredibly obvious joke. They didn't
even make like a clever little reference or nod to it.
They didn't even do like, I'm not gonna lie, I would have straight up included a link. I wouldn't have said anything. I would have just had the link there. But
like, that's the actual write-up. Like, that's the extent.
Oh no! Just like in the
baby shark pool, just the video. That's it.
Oh god! Oh my god! I mean, that like in real life, they're gonna have that, right? Like that'll be like a kid's like street show that just pops up and like around the entrance of the park. But no. Oh my God, what is it? SeaWorld has Baby Shark Show. You know about this?
No, I did not actually.
Yeah, I don't know.
I can't say I'm surprised though.
Yeah, I haven't seen it. Maybe I should go next time. Skip the roller coasters. Just go straight to the Baby Shark Show. No, but I know that PerGron mentioned a little bit of issues with some of that, and 100% those would, that's great commentary, and I agree with everything that he says. But at the same time, I just think conceptually, and I think PerGron agrees as well, Jaws is a franchise that has actually done quite a bit of damage to sharks' reputations. And I think that there is a way to keep the core identity of Jaws and the shark as an antagonist while also kind of doing some good. And I think this was a great way to do that. So I really like that.
All right. Okay, so really quick, let's move on. I mean, there's not a lot to talk about with this project, but let's move on to Team Stravinski. Outbound, you're probably... Oh, really quick, one thing I wanted to mention, you kind of highlighted it, but the one thing I thought that this project was missing was walk-around characters. I really think you could have had walk-around characters.
Yeah, I mean, the very first picture kind of gives you the characters, doesn't it? And thank them. Those guys. Duffy and friends.
Yes.
I know so little. I think we all know so little about Duffy.
Dude, so. Duffy is one of those things where it's like, I will never understand. I will never get the hype. It's clearly not something for me, Yeah. Like, I guess, you know what? I guess the equivalent that we should be looking at for a Duffy thing would be Captain Cacao, because I feel like Captain Cacao is a pretty big, like fan favorite character
100%.
from Epic Universe. So
yeah, that's a great comparison.
I mean, just really quick, just a couple highlights here. I think by far the best element was the lazy river. I really, really like how they did the lazy river here. I don't know. It just seems super peaceful and like a super good vibe. And I don't know how else to say that,
It's
a really nice vibe.
It'd be great. Yeah.
I mean, let's just call a spade here, though. The big problem is that this project was just, like straight up unfinished. Like, it's unfortunate, but that's just kind of how it is.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean,
probably the most unfinished project that we've had so far this season, unfortunately.
Unfortunately, yes. I mean, my kind of joke, I don't mean this in any, I'm just being silly, but the only restaurant here listed is Cookies and More, which implies that cookies.
You know what? I kind of feel like a dick. I feel like a dick for all of us, like, getting on about
Cookies and More.
Because it's like, I saw the brainstorming thread, like, like OB was the one who did that, and they were like, "Hey, I'll help out by doing a bakery." Yeah, and the team was like very supportive of it, like, "Oh, nice job, OB. That's a really cute bakery." and then all the judges are like, "No, it's trash."
All right, well, y'all saying
your bakery is bad, and you should feel bad.
y'all saying that y'all shouldn't have included it was a bit much. I have to say, but. No, for me, it would be just as bad if they didn't include it, if not worse, because like now you got nowhere to eat. I just think it's obvious because they have it there, and so it implies like it just implies that the only place to eat is cookies.
That's the implication.
That's all you can eat. That's
just like one sentence, just like, "Oh, this is one of many like delightful bakeries that Duffy or delightful bakery." There we go. Subconsciously, the only thing that is in this park in my head are fucking bakeries. That's proof.
What if it's just like 100 bakeries just lined up together?
Oh my god. What is that crazy popular bakery, like Gideon's or something?
There's so many.
Well, yeah, but I'm thinking the one at downtown Disney Springs that like just gets ridiculous.
Oh, the Disney one.
Yes, the Disney one. Hold on. Let me I'm gonna I know it's Gideon something.
Disney Springs.
Gideon's Bakehouse.
Gideon's Bakehouse. Yeah, I see it too.
So it's literally just like 10 Gideon's Bakehouses, and that's the extent of the dining. Like honestly, I think people will be fine with that. Because that is such a popular place that it's like, well, like we actually have the capacity to serve people now.
I'm sorry, OP. We didn't mean to rag on cookies and more. It's fine. Thank you for including it.
It's almost kind of like ragging on like puppies or something. It's like someone randomly is like, oh, and by the way, outside of the water park, there's a dog kennel. And it's like, why would you do that?
That's awful. I'm trying to think, like, what's like a comparison that we can make here? I mean, we can think about like food, but like even that, it's like I want to do like an attraction that's like this.
But yeah, unfortunately, that there just wasn't a lot to. I mean, really, like there's the bakery, there's the lazy river, like the slide. The thing that I didn't really like about the slide is that it basically just felt like a generic water park slide. It's like, okay, you got the toilet bowl, and then you got the half pipe. It's like the most basic roller coaster tycoon water slide build,
Yeah.
Just like this piece, good to go.
Well, I thought what was interesting was now we can move on to the SS Friendship, which like if you're gonna do a water slide,
only that was actually flood, because I agree with you. I think all three judges agree that should have been the slide. Like actually flesh out the dark ride, have a dark ride with a water slide finale. That definitely, like, honestly, if that was the case, I feel like that would have made this a little bit more competitive.
I mean, like that's actually a really cool concept now that I'm thinking about it. So wait, would this be like the ride? So it's like it's like I'm sorry for comparing everything to Rise of the Resistance, but the concept of like multiple components in a ride, right? So it's like, and this is a way smaller scale than like Rise of Resistance, but it's like you do like a little like C-ticket dark ride, and then at the end you get off the vehicle and you go on the line for a water slide, and then that's like the ending, and then like maybe the queue is like building up the
I mean, I think you're honestly I think you're honestly making it too complicated. I think the better comparison would be something like, I mean, like we just did a Legoland coaster project, and look at the Dragon coaster. Very, very iconic, very iconic themed roller coaster. Arguably, maybe one of the more iconic themed family roller coasters outside of the Disney Universal space. Yeah. And that ride is pretty cleanly broken up almost entirely in half, where the first half is the dark ride and the second half is the actual coaster. So I don't think you need to break it up into actual like different ride experiences.
But you're on a coaster because it moves, right? I'm being like way too technical.
What, with Legoland?
No. Like for this, because in Legoland you're in a coaster, so you're seated. Yeah. So it's essentially a dark ride already, and then it becomes a coaster. But here it's like, so wait, would you be like on the queue during the story? And then get on the slide, or would you just be like setting? Oh, okay. This works. Yeah.
And then I imagine there'd be like a conveyor belt lift hill thing that would actually take you up to the slide.
Yeah, that's great. Mm-hmm. Okay, wait. Yeah, I completely understand.
All right.
Also, there's such a thing as log flumes, so those also do kind of what we're saying.
Yeah, you know what? Sure, but like at the same time, I mean, I've seen pretty well themed water slides that are kind of like what we're describing. Like,
No, I agree. I think that's cool. I think the idea of not having it be a flown pineapple slide.
I mean, I've always made the argument that like Dudley Do Right's rips off, or not. Dudley Do Right is like just on the cusp of being like, yeah, that is okay in a dry park, but it gets you absolutely soaked. Popeyes is not okay. Like, I love Popeyes, but that thing fucking belongs in a water park. Like yeah, that thing absolutely should be like a family raft slide down a river, you know? Like,
yeah, that's it's kind of insane. That ride. I spent a lot of time in the drying booth next to Popeyes. A lot of time there. So yeah, I think that I get kind of getting back on track. As we sort of mentioned, we're just kind of confused with what happens on the SS Friendship itself.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that if you're gonna do a project, maybe that's like gonna do something like a little bit different, or like a hybrid, a dark ride and a monorail. I do think like a little bit more description is really, really helpful. Because of course we don't really have that frame of reference. So yeah, I think across the board, as we've mentioned, more detail would be very nice, but from what we have here, it is really cool. I do think these ideas are awesome, and I think that if we just expanded them, I think it would be a lot more competitive. I do think that.
So this ended up being a non-elimination round, which was definitely for the best.
Yeah. I'm actually we knew that there would be eliminations in stanza 3 or 4, and we ultimately decided long ago that it would be 3, and honestly it couldn't have worked out better, because I think this round it warranted being a non-elimination.
Because in stanza 3 we had that awkward situation where, like, okay, refresh my memory, but if we would have actually played out the elimination in stanza 3, would half cartoon, half humans team have lost?
Let me. That might take longer for me to check.
Okay, well, just hypothetically, we don't have to like be 100% accurate here, but hypothetically, we had that situation.
The winner of 3 was Dukas, and let me check the game directory has been updated, by the way. Let's see the. Yeah, no. If it happens, I'm confused. Stravinski lost that round, so yes, half cartoon, half human was eliminated because they were on the losing team.
Okay, I'm sorry, but basically what I meant to say is that, first of all, imagine if that team won and we had to eliminate someone besides him, because by his own admission, he was like, yeah, I wasn't trying this round. I probably shouldn't have even signed up. But it's also another thing where what?
Oh, sorry, you keep going, and I'll say what I want to say.
Well, it was just one of those things where, like, I just didn't really feel great keeping him in the game when, literally, like, at the start of stanza 3, he was like, I appreciate the the opportunity, and I'm gonna take advantage of it and do stuff, and then he just, and granted, I like, we all get busy and everything, and I want to emphasize as much as we can that this shit at the end of the day really doesn't matter. It's not like it's an indication of your worth as a person or whatever, when people get busy and people have lives. But
actually,
Outbound,
this is the single most.
I've got to wrap this up.
All right. Actually, this is the most important thing that any of y'all have done, and this is like, drop everything else, guys. Like, lock in. This is the game. Okay,
Outbound. I'm sorry. Outbound, do you want to talk really quick about Walt's Vault while I have to take this call?
We'll talk about Walt's Vault. If you need to go, I can close out the podcast. But
well, no, you can't, because I mean, close out the podcast. But like, I need to end the stream.
You can mute yourself. Yeah. Okay. All right. I'll finish up and then you do your thing. So, So, the Waltz Vault has not been opened for 2 rounds consecutively now. It was passed from, let me just make sure this is exact, so I don't want to say the wrong name.
Passed from Bear Panther to Disney Warrior.
Right. Okay. Yes. So it was passed from Bear Panther, who did not open it, and then it went to Disney Warrior, who also did not open it. I think that after Lure Fosinator's maybe slightly negative Waltz Vault twist, though we should mention that both Pi and AGP opened it and got more positive twists, people got a little nervous. The item that was within Disney Warrior's vault was not appreciative of this. Actually, if you deny Waltz Vault enough times, Waltz Vault starts to resist itself. And although Disney Warrior will not be getting this positive or negative advantage, this advantage has broken out of the vault and has now attached itself to the winning POMVP. So the winning team for the Waltz Vault, or not Waltz Vault, but the winning team of this round, when they nominate their POMVP, that player will also be receiving a special advantage, which we will reveal in time. But beware or be excited. This is going to be a fun one. And I promise you guys it's not going to be like a extremely bad thing. It's pretty interesting. You guys are going to like it a lot. But yeah, it's broken out and it's going to the winning POMVP. All right, well, that's pretty much everything. Tiki can correct me, but I also think he is a little bit busy. So if anything extremely important should be mentioned, we can always also comment following this podcast. But